Hello, vlog. Ew. It's like gross, but okay. And I'm still not wearing a bra.
Hello, Ellen. Today is
Eviction of the teeth day.
She's so excited. Ready, Ellen? Alright, we'll update you later.
Good morning, vlog. I'm so tired. And there's Zeus. I don't know if you can see her or not. Oh. The brakes. And look who's with us. It's funny. And my teeth are soon to be removed. And I'm still mostly asleep. Okay, fine. Ready for some speed vlogging? What am I wearing? It's in one size fits none gown. And there's my giant socks. And they're making me wear those after you had a baby underwear. You know what I mean? The ones that are like, am I actually wearing anything on my butt? Not really. And we're only supposed to bring one person back here, but there's my dad and there's my mother. She was like, maybe you guys need to have two people deal with her, and they were like, yeah. So, and I'm not quite sure why I'm in a gown like this, because they're operating in my mouth. But whatever.
Here she is. We're waiting for Dad to move the car. How'd it go, Ellen? She said I hurt her because I pulled on her arm to get her dressed.
She separated my elbow.
Oh dear. Anywho, here she is.
And my nose hurts.
Oh yeah, they had to intubate her through her nose.
Hello, vlog. Ew. That's gross. I fell asleep and apparently I was drooling blood. That looks gross, but it's probably not that much blood. Well, anyways, I'll deal with that in a minute. We got home. I'm gonna take off my, oh no, I'm not. We got home and then I fell asleep and now it's like 12, I think. Let's see. Yeah, like 12:30, and I'm not so grumpy anymore. And to be honest, my teeth don't bother me that much. The thing that hurts the most is my throat / nose, because they did the intubation through my nose this time, and they said that my nose might bleed today, and I was like, gross, but okay. Because they didn't want to put another tube in my mouth and have more things just in my mouth. And then when I woke up, I was majorly choking / gagging on the gauze that they'd put back there. So there's no gauze in my mouth, which is probably why I drooled blood. Yeah. But well, you can't see anything because I can't even see anything, but there is stitches, I know, on this side because I stuck my tongue back there. No, wait, this side. I can only move my tongue to one side. Whichever side I felt, there is stitches, and I about threw up when I felt the stitches because that's just weird to feel in your mouth. It's like a really, really, really thick string, and I can taste that I'm still bleeding in my mouth, but I mean, it's been 4-ish hours or more, so it should stop eventually. But I'm not grumpy, and I'm actually not hurting that much. Well, like, down here hurts a little bit, but it feels kind of the same amount of hurting that I've been feeling all week, or for the past few weeks. And then inside my mouth feels weird, but it doesn't hurt. It feels like when you've had your teeth freshly cleaned on the bottom, where everything just feels like it's been way too much touching of my gums and everything. And then, yeah. Which, they said that they were going to tape me to the table by putting tape around my head, like around my head to the table so that I didn't move. And then before I was completely out, I heard them asking for sandbags because they were gonna sandbag me to the table as well so that I didn't have a possibility of them moving my head around. And then they were putting me to sleep this time, and they had a mask of oxygen, they said that was, and then they started doing the IV anesthesia, and I was like looking around like that for quite a while. It probably wasn't quite a while, it was probably a few minutes, but it's so weird when you're going out like that. They put in a little bit first, so then I was still looking at them like that, but my hearing was going slower, so I wasn't really responding to them anymore, but I was still looking around so they could tell I was awake. So then they put in more, and then I don't remember anything after that. I just remember my hearing getting worse and my eyes feeling weird, and then crying as I was waking up, which I didn't get all crazy when I woke up. I just started like crying and gagging and like choking on the gauze, and then when they took them out, I know I was like, my, I guess, saliva glands were like, no, we don't deal with this. And so it was just like a ton of probably bloody spit, and it was just like erupting from my mouth like a lava, just like. So they kept wiping my face off with a wet washcloth. And then, which I read the door to the room that I was in, and I was in the oxygen storage room, turned into a recovery room. So it's kind of, it looked kind of weird in there, but I feel like they don't no longer store oxygen in there, and they just do recovery, which is kind of weird. But I think they just basically like push your bed forward, because I looked behind us and there's like the doors that people were being pushed in from, and then we went out a different door. So I don't think that made any sense, and I should go clean this off because it looks gross. It just feels like dryness on my face. It doesn't feel gross though. So I'm telling you, just seriously, the only thing that hurts, ow, is my nose. Which is weird because most people are like, oh, my face, after they've had it done. Well, wait, where is it? I fell asleep icing my face, and I was napping on the ice bag. But anyways, see you later, bye. The boys are gone now, and I actually feel pretty much back to normal, other than the fact that I keep spitting out congealed blood. At least it's mostly congealed now and not so red and like, whoa, like with the stuff that I drooled out earlier. But where is this coming from? We're thinking probably inside my nose. That's why it was hurting so much, because I don't know where else this blood would be coming from other than my teeth. But she looked back there, and the scabs are still there. So, well, the lack of scabs are still there because it's still bleeding, because I can taste it. Delicious. That is some blood that's starting to come out again. I've probably spit out like 20 tissues of blood. Luckily my blood count was good, so because it's gonna be low after today. I'm back, I think. I don't know if it actually started recording before the camera started asking me questions, but I'm in the car and I'm still not wearing a bra or underwear.
That's TMI.
That's not what you thought I was gonna go with that sentence, huh?
No.
And then my cheeks are getting more swollen, so when I open my mouth wide, it feels like
because
my face is
icing
cracking.
it, but you don't like ice.
I know,
We'll do the peas on it when we get home. You only have to leave it on for 20 minutes.
That's why I was eating a slushie, so that I was icing from the inside out, because I'm okay with internal ice.
Yeah.
I don't like external ice because I don't like to feel cold on my skin. Which is going to be a large predicament for us when we are in Maryland, because we are going in November and it will probably be cold.
That's true.
Because they get snow in DC area.
Well, you can wear one of your pea coats.
Well, yeah, all those pea coats that you got me to look all fancy schmancy.
Fancy pants.
And then I hardly ever wore them because
It's
we live
hot
in
here.
Fresno
Yeah.
and it's hot.
Like today,
well,
right
then
now?
I got my Letterman jacket, so then I just wore my Letterman all the time, which was still hot.
Yeah.
Like, you wear a tank top under that thing if you're gonna wear it.
The sun is right there.
I know, that's why I keep just babbling on.
Because of the sun?
Because they're blocking the sun for me. You see the shade
on
the
your
shade
face.
that is being thrown onto my face?
That's funny. Do you say casting shade or throwing shade?
Well, I say throwing shade.
I say casting shade, and then people look at me funny.
Well, that's kind of why I say throwing shade. It's because only old
Road
people
is closed
say
ahead. What?
casting shade. Well, anyways,
Detour ahead. What?
I don't know if I don't swallow correctly, but also like just my nose is hurting in general. So when I swallow, it creates a suction and then it's just more blood and more blood. And I was eating a slushie earlier when I said that I was spitting out all the blood. So we got ice cream since I'm also off of certain meds right now because of the way that they have to be taken will get in my teeth. You know, chewable pills basically. And so we got ice cream. Let's see. We got cashew milk clusters. I know cashew milk or nuts can be, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I know sometimes people are like, no, don't do nuts. And then we got sorbet raspberry. I'm obviously not going to eat that soon because I have open holes in my mouth and aren't raspberries acidic? Probably. And then last thing, oh, we also got toothpaste, but that's just because we need toothpaste. Can you see the blood on my teeth? Grody. And then we got vanilla. Just plain old vanilla. So now I will put these in the freezer and then I don't know what we're gonna do. But can I just say the cost of chronic illness is a lot. Luckily we have really good insurance, so we didn't have to pay the whole thing because just today's tooth removal was over $100,000. I don't understand how people can not have health insurance and then have to do these types of things. Because you would go bankrupt pretty quickly, I would think. It's not even the morning and I just started talking to you. Can you see my, well, obviously you can probably see my chipmunk cheeks. They're so puffy and swollen and they're kind of hot and a bit hard, so we are keeping an eye on it because that could be a sign of my teeth getting infected. But other than that, they really don't hurt. Like my teeth don't hurt. But the stitches feel really weird whenever my tongue hits it or it hits the side of my cheek. It's like, what was that? And then there's weak sauce. She has ice under her armpit from her biopsy this morning. And now we're watching a movie. And then she's probably gonna stay home with me again tomorrow. And then, because she'll get the results of the biopsy tomorrow and they'll know what stage it is and what they're gonna do about it and all those things. So, not much else to say today, right?
Right.
Well, Nola and my dad are still in Kansas and the pictures that they sent us looks just like Fresno, but flat. We're brushing my teeth for the first time. Wait, I'm gonna flip you around. And this cheek has gotten fatter and fatter as the day's gone on. But like this side of my face, like all up here somehow is getting swollen.
Chipmunk face.
And my hair hasn't been washed or brushed in quite a while, so I have a fancy look.
Yeah.
We didn't realize until I was rinsing off my mouth, but do we see the bruising that's coming up? This side is the more swollen cheek side. You can't really see it very good on this side, but all this, well, I can't tell if you can see.
Yeah, they can see
is
it.
Bruised, but this side, like my whole side of my face is swollen, so.
It looks like she has marbles in her mouth.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, I didn't like to eat back then either, and somebody would make me eat, so I would just stuff things into my cheeks and never swallow. It's kind of what it looks like, but that hasn't happened because this swelling is in my cheeks, not inside my mouth. Like 5th time's the charm, my camera is being dumb and keeps turning off, but we thought the swelling and bruising was bad yesterday, and now, today, this is about how wide I can open my mouth without hearing things popping in my cheeks. Squish, squish, squish. But look, that side, and then this side isn't that bruised, but, oh, it's right. The swelling is this entire side of my face. Is that a problem? Because the teeth are moved way down here, but he has his top ones removed.
Oh.
I only have 2, or I only had 2. And then when we got home after, I was like, did anybody get to see my teeth? Nope. Because Nolan's teeth are here, Alex has his teeth. I didn't get to see what mine looked like. Probably because they had to crush them up to get them out. But, and icing really isn't going to help this situation now because it's just, we have to wait for the swelling to go down. But when I when I talk, it feels like my mouth, I'm talking with my mouth full, but there's nothing in there, just my cheeks. Hello vlog. Let's see. Yeah, it's still kind of purpley. You really can't tell on camera, I think. Well, I can't tell. I don't know, but we really haven't done anything today other than sit on the couch and relax because we're tired people. And my mouth, I think it looks less swollen than it was this morning, like around this area, but this whole side of my face is still swollen, and like down here is just massively swollen. And we really haven't done anything because, you know, we're not. And Zeus is supposed to get her results for her biopsy that she had done yesterday morning today, but the lab hasn't done whatever, so that her doctor hasn't gotten the results yet, so she doesn't have the results yet, so we'll be getting them on Monday probably. My mouth feels, or the swelling feels so much that when I talk it feels like my mouth is full of like food or whatever else, like whatever you can like stuff in your cheeks, and then kind of hurts when I open my mouth because all the tissues are all swollen, so they can't stretch as far because it feels like a water balloon on both sides. But it's okay. We're out again. It's, what is it, like 3 o'clock? I didn't even wake up till like 10 today.
No, 11.
No, I finally got out of bed at 11.
Oh.
So I slept for 13 hours. I look even more like I'm talking with my mouth full today than I did yesterday because most of the swelling is now in my lower cheek slash jaw. But my cheeks are still so big that I can see them when I'm just looking around. But this side's bruising looks kind of gross in person. Well, I mean, not that this side doesn't, but it looks like I got in a fight. A bad fight.
With the squirrel?
Yeah. Or, isn't it a no, it is a squirrel that stuffs things in its cheeks.
There.
Not, I was gonna say a beaver, but a beaver has like things.
Yeah,
We're headed to get the boys from the airport, and look, I'm not wearing sunglasses, mainly because I forgot them in my bedroom this morning, but I'm not wearing them and I'm outside of our house. And this bruising, every time I see it in the camera, I'm always like, what is that? Because it's so dark. Well, actually, I had her look in the back of my mouth where they pulled out the tooth. And I don't know if my gums are supposed to look like that or if that's swelling or what, but what? I don't think you can see because it's too dark in there. Well, I'll put in the picture that she took earlier. You know you're in the Fresno airport when there's a taco truck in the lobby. That hurt. So we've come to the conclusion that I'm allergic to the like antiseptic mouthwash thing that they give you after getting your teeth removed, and or at least they did me. I don't know, but they also did IV antibiotics while I was under, so I guess just as a precaution so that I didn't get an infection. That's all beside the point, but this side kind of tastes weird and it feels weird, so I'm fingers crossed that that's not an infection starting. But we've come to the conclusion that I am allergic to the mouthwash that they gave, so we're just gonna use salt water. And because last night I was having some tongue swelling problems, or I just started having tongue swelling last night. Not any problems from it, just like my tongue feels weird. So then I did the salt wash tonight, and I don't know if I swished it around too vigorously or did the salt mixture wrong or what, but all I know is that tasted disgusting and hurt so much. It felt like, I don't know, because I've never had that kind of pain in my mouth before, and I've never had that kind of pain in my body before, ever. But this looks disgusting. It's like black, basically, in person. And then this side, you can't see it as much on camera, but it's green. So I'm black and green on my head. And I still look like I look really ridiculous when I talk, because this cheek up here, for some reason, is still kind of swollen, and then down here is just like, bleh. Well, I will probably be taking my night meds and then going to bed soon because I'm a tired person. And it's 8 o'clock.